Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope all of you will be doing well with the grace of Allah. In previous lecture in business law, we discussed the first part of transfer of property, in which we discussed that the owner of goods can transfer his property to another person by way of sale, by way of an economic transaction, but he has to see some conditions while making the sale. And we discussed under certain goods, intention of parties, deliverable state, not in deliverable state, determination of price, appropriation, delivery to carrier, and delivery on approval. These were the subtopics which discussed in the previous lecture. In today's lecture, we will discuss again the same topic, transfer of property, but over here we will discuss sale of goods by a non-owner. As we see that there are certain conditions in circumstances where the law has allowed that a person other than owner can sell the goods to a buyer, and law will accept those transactions as legal. Now, what is meant by sale by non-owner? Only the owner can sell the goods. However, in following cases, following conditions, non-owner can also sells the good. In the transaction of sale, we see that there is seller and there is buyer, and there is consideration on both parts, and both parts do their obligations to fulfill the contract. Now, what is meant by person not owner? When the owner of goods by his words or conduct includes the buyer to believe that the seller has the authority to sell them, he cannot afterwards deny the seller's authority to sell. In such case, the buyer gets a better title than the seller. Here we see that if a person who is not actually owner of the goods sells the goods to a buyer, the buyer become a good owner, or he has a better title of the goods than the seller. But keep it in mind that if the actual seller comes and he sue the person who sold property of a person instead of the actual owner, then the court may direct the buyer from the buyer who purchased the property from the fraudulent owner to give back that property to the actual owner, and direct the fraudulent person to pay the amount he received from the buyer while selling the property of someone else. For example, C sold his father's car in his presence to B. His father did not object. Therefore, father cannot deny his son authority to sell. The sale is valid. Over here we see that his father does not object while the car was belonging to him. But let's say that if his father was not present and his son sold his car, then the father may compel the other person to give back the car to him and force his son to give the money he received from the buyer. I hope you understand it. Now, mercantile agent, as the title shows, boys and girls, when a mercantile agent with consent of the owner, normally the mercantile agent is appointed by the real owner to deal business transaction on behalf of the owner. So he possesses the documents, title of the goods, and sell the goods in the ordinary course of business. The sale is valid provided the buyer acts in good faith and without notice that he sells, that the seller has no authority to sell. B gives his painting to a mercantile agent for sale. The mercantile agent sold the painting. The sale is valid. Hope you understand it. Agent normally disposes business of his principal. So the acts of agents are considered as the acts of the owner. So agent can dispose of the business of his owner. Now, as we see, the management in multinational companies, the management, the board of directors, and lower and middle and lower management are agents of the shareholders. Now, joint owner, if there is property and there are joint owners, when the one of the joint owner who has possession of the goods with permission of the owner sells the goods, the buyer gets a good title provided he buys in good faith and without notice that the seller has no authority to sell. Now, for example, A, B, C are three brothers. They jointly own a car. B, C leave the car in A possession. A sells the car to D. D gets a good title. But again, he gets a good title, the seller, from while purchasing the car which has been jointly owned by three brothers A, B and C. Now, the one brother who sold the car, the buyer has a good title of it. If the other two brothers does not object, let's say they object, then he will give back the car to their third brother, and the third brother will give the money, or as the court directs. But over here, if the other owners remain silent and they know that the brother is doing on their behalf a transaction, so the court says it's okay, because court also wants to make things easy for the people, not make them difficult. Now, the next point is avoidable contract. When a seller obtains possession of the goods under a voidable contract and sell them before the contract is cancelled, the buyer gets a good title provided he buys goods in good faith and without notice of the seller's defect of title. For example, A buys a watch from B by fraud. A sells the watch to C before cancellation of the contract by B. C gets a good title. Now coming to the next point, boys. Possession after sale. When a person sells the goods but continues the possession or documents the title of the goods and sells the same goods to a third person, the third person gets a title if he buys in good faith and without notice of the previous sale. For example, a person sells his property to B but does not transfer the ownership to B, and later on sell again the same property to C, while in the second case he also transferred the legal title in possession as per law. Now the second buyer of the property has a better title than the first buyer because he does not have the legal title to that property. And when both of them go to court of law, and if B proves that A has taken from him the money for sale of the said property, the court can compel A to give him the original amount plus damages, plus as it is a criminal case, he may go behind bar for 6 months, for 9 months, as the courts feels appropriate for that case. Possession before the sale. When the buyer obtains possession of the goods with consent of the seller before the ownership in goods has transferred to him, he may sell them to a third person. The third person gets a good title provided he buys in good faith and without notice of any lien of the original seller. Now, A sells some property to B, and B has possession of that property, and B sells their property further to C. Now C has a good title of that property, A, as he does not know that B has only possession, but he has not yet get actual title and ownership of that property from A. So as per law, A should transfer that title to B, and B then transfer it to C. Unpaid seller. In unpaid seller, boys and girls, when an unpaid seller having right of lien or stoppage in transit resells the goods, the buyer gets a good title to the goods, although no notice of resale has been given to the original buyer. An unpaid seller is a person who has not yet been paid, and if he sells goods to a third person while they are in transit, that third person can have a good title to the good as owner. For example, A sells a sofa to B for 10,000. B pays 4,000 as advance and promises to pay the remaining balance at the time of delivery. B does not pay the balance for several days. A sells the sofa to C. C gets a good title. Now hope you will better understand unpaid seller. As he has not been paid by B, A sells a sofa on 10,000 to B and gives 4 or 5,000 at the time of contract, and says to A that I will give the remaining 5,000 after 1 week, while taking the sofa to his house or his office. Now several weeks passed, but B does not come to the seller. The seller then decided to sell that sofa to C, a new buyer, and he purchased that sofa on 10,000 from A. C gets a better title. Now while if B comes to A can deny him on the fact that whatever the terms are, you did not you did not perform your part on time, and due to lapse of time your right to get that sofa has lapsed, and now I have the right to sell it to a new buyer, because otherwise I cannot wait you for indefinite time. Finder of the goods. A finder of lost goods can sell the goods under certain circumstances, and the buyer gets a good title. A found a lost dog. The dog fell sick. A spent 500 rupees on treatment. B, owner of the dog, refused to pay expenses to A. A sold the dog to C. C got a good title. Now, if M finds a dog and the dog fell ill while in A's custody. The dog belonged to B. Now, when A finds its actual owner, the B, he asks him that I have spent 500 rupees on medical treatment of the dog because he become ill while in A's possession. B refused the actual owner of the dog to pay that 500 rupees to A. A refused to give possession of dog to B and sell that dog to a new person C, and C gets a better title. I hope you understand. A pledgee can sell the goods under certain circumstances and the buyer gets a good title. If someone has pledged some of his property with a bank or another person and gets some loan for a specified time, now on maturation of the loan time, let's say that is 1 year, and the pledgee does not return the amount pledged with someone. Now whoever the pledgee is, he can sell the property to recover his loan which he gives to the pledger. I hope you understand it. And there are some other exceptions. For example, a non-owner can transfer a better title in the following: in case of insolvency of individuals and companies, the officer receiver can transfer a better title to the buyer. In case of negotiable instrument, the holder in due course gets a better title than that of the transferor. These are some exceptions. If you have a negotiable instrument, and that is open and you find them, you have a better title than the original owner. Same if a company becomes insolvent in its assets, an administrator is appointed for selling its assets, and that administrator give you a title for some property of the company. You get a better title of that property than the actual owners who are shareholders. At this we come to the end of today's lecture. We will discuss the lecture in detail in the live session. Come up with some good questions. Thank you for your patient listening. Khuda Hafiz.